Hey guys, welcome back to CM Rankings and Reviews, and today I am here to rank all of the Disney Plus original series. Disney Plus original movie ranking will come later, either this week or next week. I have only watched one Disney Plus original movie, but anyway, let's get into the rank. Well, big news actually, one video I'm going to talk about the rights. The Marvel just released.
I'm not in my normal place. My normal studio.
So anyway, how you have to qualify is for this is you can't be a contest show. So you can't be Be Our Chef or Shop Class. You also can't be like a season 2 or season 7. You have to originate on Disney Plus. So Fairy Tale Weddings and Star Wars: The Clone Wars season 7 will not be on here, and thank God, because I do not want to watch Fairy Tale Weddings. But anyway, let's get straight into the list. Oh, and before that, I have to, all these shows, maybe as the series got on, they would have gotten better, but I'm basing every one of these, I've at least watched one episode of to fairly base it. Some of these I have gotten really into and watched the whole series. Some of them I'm trying to catch up, and some of them I've watched one episode. I'm like, you know what, that's the thing. I don't need to watch anymore. Anyway, let's get into it. So up at number 10, I have Encore, which if you're into musical theater, you probably really enjoy this, but I hate musicals. Encore, though, it's kind of boring with Kristen Bell, and she goes and reunites old cast of high school plays from like the 80s and 70s, and I honestly, this is the only one that I haven't watched a full episode. I watched half of the first episode, and I'm like, I don't need to see any more. This is a bad show, and nobody really talks about it, and it kind of deserves that, because this show is not really creative and clever, but again, if you like musical theater, you'd probably like this. So coming up at number 9 is a show my sister loves and watched the whole first season and is excited for season 2. Is High School Musical, the series. I've seen one episode of this. Again, I have not been invested and wanting to keep watching it. But anyway, it's a fun, not fun kind of a show where you got some fun episodes, like the Hangout episode when they're playing the games, which is the only one I've watched. But then I've walked past and like sat down for 2 minutes, and otherwise it's just pure drama, and it's kind of not a show you just really want to sit down and binge. It's not like a sitcom. But number 8 is kind of. So up at number 8 is Diary of a Future President, and this one is kind of the closest to being a Disney Channel show. It carries a little heavier themes. I've only watched one episode. Again, that's all I need to watch. I don't feel invested with these characters, and it's not geared toward me. These bottom 3 shows, I absolutely would not watch another episode. Diary of a Future President, I might if I absolutely have to, but I don't see myself wanting a second season or even watching the first season. If you're into like Jessie or High School Musical, the series, it's kind of a mix between those. It's kind of a comedy/drama, and I'm not really a fan of that. But anyway, Diary of a Future President comes in at number 9. Coming up at number 7, I just watched this before making this video. Pick of the Litter. Pick of the Litter is an okay show. It's not the best. From 7 on up, they're either okay or great, and Pick of the Litter's okay. I'd watch more than one episode of this, but I don't think if I would, I probably would, but I don't just see myself sitting down watching this. If you're into that cute dog kind of a stuff, this show is perfect for you, but I'm just not really into that stuff. I'm into more action, documentary stuff. But so it's kind of it's a docu-series, but again, it's more focusing on the cutesy puppy thing than the hard. I wish it would focus more on the hardships and some of the challenges that come with this show. like with guide dogs, but they didn't really tackle that much. And I guess if you have a connection to a guide dog, or like your family member or a friend or neighbor, you might have appreciated this series more, but I think it's okay. Coming up at number 6 is The World According to Jeff Goldblum. Now this show is a great Sunday morning cartoon. I mean, not cartoon, but just a show, and it's funny, it's energetic with Jeff Goldblum. Sorry, I blanked out. But it's a pretty fun show, and what I mean by Sunday morning is it's one of those shows that you don't have to watch it in chronological order. You can just click any random episode. Like if you want to learn about ice cream or barbecue or RVs, you can just pick it, and that's what I like about this show. And some episodes are boring, kind of like the denim one is not really cool, but the barbecue one is absolutely amazing, where he goes and he's hanging out with barbecue people who are like bikers, and yeah, and it's funny to see like country people being with city Jeff Goldblum, and he's like a fish out of water in there, and that's just a funny episode. Definitely check it out, that one episode, and you can flip through the episodes and see what you like. This is one of those shows that I'm not going to watch the whole series, but I've seen like 5 episodes of, and it's a fun enough show. Coming to my number 5, I have Disney Insider. This show, there's only 3 episodes so far. I've watched all of them because they're only 16 minutes each, and they're cool. Sometimes I don't like how random they are. Like they'll just throw in, oh, let's throw in music, but then let's throw in artists, old Disney legends, and that doesn't really go together. So I'm not really happy about that. And the 3rd episode barely has anything to do with Disney at all. But again, it's a fun show, and it's kind of cool to look at behind the scenes of more than just like the Imagineering story and those kind of things. It's kind of cool to just look at the behind the scenes of not America's Got Talent. I forgot what that show is called, but it's in the 1st episode, and it's cool to see the acapella group of sing the Goofy movie. It's cool to see the legends. It's cool to see behind the stuff of the girl whose book and what she feels about like it being adapted, and her being scared or not scared or happy, excited about it. It's a definitely cool show. Catch up on it before episode 4 comes out. It's a fun show. You should definitely check it. At number 4, I have Marvel's Hero Project. Now, it's so cool what Marvel did with this show. And if you don't know, what they do is they find extraordinary people or kids, and then they interview their family, and they show you what they did, and then they also make a comic book about them, and they give them this vest like X-Men or like Nick Fury, and that's really cool. It's a cool show what Marvel's doing. It's one that I've only seen 2 episodes, but this one I'm trying to catch up on, and this one I really hope there's a season 2. Okay, now I'm going to go a little faster, because my battery's about to die, but anyway, at number 3, I have the Imagineering story, kind of for the same reasons as Disney Insider. It's cool to see behind the scenes and all the struggles, and that's just one of the best things about this show, and you should definitely check it out if you like the theme parks at all. Number 2 is going to be a controversial choice because nobody really talks about the show, but I think it's an absolute delight. Pixar in Real Life is a great short series, and it's about like a behind the hidden camera prank show with they like prank people, and they do stuff with Pixar characters. And probably my favorite episode is the one with Russell and Merida, and my least favorite episode definitely is the one episode 2 with Finding Dory and Hank. It was just so bad. So these episodes can go from absolutely trash to absolutely great, which is a big range, and they're releasing them monthly, so you can catch up with these in like 30 minutes. So it's a great series. You should definitely check it. And up at number 1, I'm not really going to talk about this one much because it's all over. There's a docu-series coming about the making of on May the 4th, and this was the biggest thing in November, film and TV show wise. It's The Mandalorian. This show is absolutely great, and Baby Yoda's awesome. The characters are awesome. The world building's awesome, and I've the only Star Wars I've really watched was so the first thing I watched was I've seen the Lego shows. I grew like when I was littler. I'd watch them in my friend's house and stuff, and from the library there'd be DVDs of the Freemaker Adventures, and I'd watch that. And but I've never actually sat down and watched the movies until The Mandalorian came out, and then then I watched A New Hope, and that's the only movie I've seen. I think, yeah, to this day I've only seen A New Hope, and I'm halfway through The Empire Strikes Back. But anyway, I definitely recommend this show.